From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for The Debate.
The debate with me, Shavan Sen, and my colleague Niranjan Narayan Swamy. A newsy Thursday. We have a lot lined up for you in this debate, and also an update as far as the Bengal train tragedy is concerned.
We have three big debates and the big news update coming in from Bengal. Shavan, that's lined up on the show tonight. Let's tell our viewers what's coming up. A live update on the Bengal train tragedy as a Bikaner to Guwahati Express derails. But the big debate at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m, Akhilesh Yadav interview, the biggest elections 2022 exclusive, and the fight that's broken out after that as more resignations continue. And debate number 2 tonight. He's wanted by India and he's fled to Pakistan. So Dawood Ibrahim and his nephew in Pakistan. We'll tell you all about him and how he tried to sell missiles to America's enemies. The big debate at 10:30 p.m. tonight. Punjab Chief Minister, believe it or not, Charanjit Singh Channi has told the Prime Minister that he regrets the breach. He regrets the breach. In public, they are mocking it. In private, he says he regrets it. Five dead in the Bengal train tragedy, 12 bogies derail, rescue operations continue. Railway Minister is headed to Bengal.
जोड़ने का काम समाजवादी पार्टी कर रही है, लोगों को मिलाने का काम समाजवादी पार्टी कर रही है, और मिलना, लोगों को जोड़ना, अपनी गिनती बढ़ाना, इसी से तो आगे बढ़ेंगे.
Biggest election interview in Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh Yadav no holds barred on Republic.
जहां तक समाजवादी सरकार का, पार्टी का और हम लोगों का संबंध की बात है, जो लोग अपराधी हैं उनसे हम लोग दूर हैं.
Mafia charts to resignations, interview triggering a big fight in battleground Uttar Pradesh.
इस्तीफा देने का आज तीसरा दिन है. इसी तरह रोज एक मंत्री 20 तारीख तक प्रतिदिन एक मंत्री, 3-4 विधायक रोज इस्तीफा देंगे.
3 days and 3 ministers have resigned. Opposition says more expected in the days to come.
Punjab Chief Minister tells Prime Minister that he regrets the breach. Development during the Prime Minister's COVID review meeting.
Dawood's nephew, who was in America, also flees to Pakistan. He was wanted by India. Imran government gives him a safe haven.
And on top of 9 p.m. this evening, Shavan, we're going across straight to West Bengal. An update coming in from Kolkata. The Prime Minister has spoken to Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav to take stock of the situation following the train accident in West Bengal. Our team at Republic Bangla has been tracking every update live, going across straight to Mayuk, who's joining us. Mayuk, why don't you tell us the latest?
Well, right now what we are getting in from Kolkata is that the railway minister is landing in Kolkata at around 53. He has taken a flight from Delhi and he is landing in Kolkata. He's going to stay this night, and early morning at around 8 a.m. he's going to go straight to Bagdogra airport, and from there to the spot, along with Railway Minister, all the top officials of Railway Board, Railway Disaster Management Groups. You see NDRF teams from 3 places have already started their rescue operation in the place, Moinaguri, where this incident happened. 800 passengers were there in this train. 12 bogies have been affected, out of which 7 bogies were derailed. You see that the whole process, the whole rescue operation is being conducted during the night. Overnight, this entire thing will be happening, and in the early morning, the same process will be continued. And BSF Jawans from nearby border post. You see, this happened in North Bengal, so a lot of bordering districts are there. So BSF Jawans have also been called in from there, along with NDRF, state disaster management groups. Right now, five casualties have been confirmed by the local administration. The local district magistrate has confirmed, but the number will increase because a lot of patients who are admitted in Jalpaiguri are in a very critical situation, critical condition.
Well, Mayuka, just a quick response from you, because the images that came in just a short while ago into our newsroom was the challenging rescue operation with the sunlight going down. What are the facilities that are being provided right now to expedite this entire process? And also, what are the facilities that are nearby so that those who've been injured could be taken to the hospital?
You see, more than 50, I'd say 60 ambulances from adjacent areas, from Siliguri, from Jalpaiguri, and from Alipurduar has been brought into the place of occurrence. Along with that, 3 relief trains have been moved from 3 important stations nearby. One is the new Jalpaiguri station, one is the Siliguri station, and another one is the Jalpaiguri station, which is just a few kilometers away from this place of occurrence. Along with that, state NDRF officials have been asked to move along with NDRF, central NDRF officials. Mamata Banerjee is the chief minister, is in close monitoring. Personally, she is monitoring the whole situation. The whole operation has been conducted by rail, state government and officials from Railway Ministry, from Siliguri headquarters. And we are also getting fresh visuals of rescue operations from our Kolkata team, where we can see that number of casualties may increase there because a lot of people are still stuck inside, and gas cutters have been brought in by disaster management groups to bring them out. And the hospital facilities, one hospital that has been assigned is the Jalpaiguri State General Hospital. Along with that, a multi-specialty private hospital has also been assigned for those who are critically injured. State government and central government are in close contact with each other regarding this. We have got information that Railway Minister informed Prime Minister Modi regarding the whole situation.
Thank you for that, Mayuk. Well, on to our big story today.
Well,
before that happened, Shravan, and this is the big interview from Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh Yadav spoke to Republic TV Executive Editor Politics Aishwarya in what was an explosive interview. In fact, we were live on that when the story of the derailment broke. Shravan?
Well, in fact, perhaps this is the biggest interview that Akhilesh Yadav has given to any news network. In fact, hopped onto our Republic Bharat bus, took almost every question, every controversy that has been addressed, starting from Jinnah to the tax raids. And interestingly, Akhilesh Yadav took our crew to various places where he claims that the work that was started by the Samajwadi Party was never taken up by the BJP government.
Another day, another string of resignations from the BJP. This time it was Minister Dharam Singh Saini.
इस्तीफा देने का आज 3रा दिन है. इसी तरह रोज एक मंत्री 20 तारीख तक प्रतिदिन एक मंत्री 3-4 विधायक रोज इस्तीफा देंगे. ये मान लीजिए 20 तारीख तक.
There have been 14 exits from the BJP in the last 3 days, triggered by Swami Prasad Maurya. So will BJP's loss be Akhilesh's gain?
अगर कोई मुझसे जुड़ना चाहेगा तो मैं नहीं जोड़ूंगा, ये बताइए आप।
नहीं जोड़िए।
तो इसीलिए जोड़ने का काम समाजवादी पार्टी कर रही है, लोगों को मिलाने का काम समाजवादी पार्टी कर रही है, और मिलना, लोगों को जोड़ना, अपनी गिनती बढ़ाना, इसी से तो आगे बढ़ेंगे। और जहाँ तक सिद्धांत की बात है, अगर वो हमारे सिद्धांतों को अपनाते हैं, हमारे सिद्धांतों के समर्थन में खड़े होते हैं, तो हम उनके साथ हैं। और उनकी शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई थी? स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य जी की शुरुआत भी समाजवादी सिद्धांत से हुई। नेताजी के साथ काम किया उन्होंने। ये बात अलग है कि बीच में किसी और जनता दल, तो अगर आज पुनः वो लौट करके आ रहे हैं, उसी सिद्धांत से जुड़ रहे हैं, उसी पुराने परिवार से जुड़ रहे हैं, तो इससे खुशी की बात होगी, अच्छी बात होगी।
The recent example from Bengal has shown that accepting turncoats could very well backfire. Will that example hold true in the case of UP?
परिचयात्मक कार्यक्रम के रूप में सभी का इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ है। कल सार्वजनिक घोषणा होगी। सार्वजनिक घोषणा के बाद जो सुनामी लखनऊ से चलेगी, उस सुनामी में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के परखचे उड़ जाएंगे।
At a time when Akhilesh is consolidating his position in Uttar Pradesh with more allies joining him,
शरद पवार जी वरिष्ठ नेता है एनसीपी में, आपके साथ अलायंस में है। आपने पहली टिकट उनके साथ अनाउंस की है। उन्होंने बहुत पहले बता दिया था कि देखो बीजेपी के 13 विधायक आ रहे हैं, वो पुराने हैं, वो नेताजी के समय के नेता हैं, उन्हें पता है पॉलिटिक्स कैसे सीधा कान उल्टा कान सब करना है।
देखिए, जो शरद पवार जी चाहते थे उनकी पार्टी का एक सदस्य, क्योंकि पिछली बार मैं टिकट नहीं दे पाया था, कांग्रेस के साथ अलायंस हुआ था, पिछली बार भी मैं लड़ाना चाहता था, नहीं लड़ा पाया। जब इस बार उन्होंने कहा कि उनकी पार्टी के अध्यक्ष चाहते हैं एक टिकट उन्हें मिले, तो मैंने स्वीकार कर लिया और उनको अलायंस भी ले लिया।
will the 2022 elections be a tough fight for the BJP?
Joining us on the show tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, a parliamentarian from the Rajya Sabha and spokesperson of the BJP, Karan Verma, author, political analyst, Professor Geeta Bhatt, political analyst, Ratnakar Tripathi of the Congress Party, Robin Matthews, senior leader Samajwadi Party from Karnataka, Riju Datta of the Trinamool Congress, Dr. C.P. Rai, senior journalist, political analyst, also joining us on the show. Would like to start with Aishwarya. Are you there? Aishwarya, can you hear us? I'll see if Aishwarya is connected. I'll go across to him and get the first word from him. Aishwarya,
loud and clear, Niranjan. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a very, very long interview. You asked him every question there is. Now, he took you on the bus. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit in about 90 seconds if you can sum up your conversation with him, Aishwarya?
Well, Ranjan, he seems to be very confident. He seems that his concept of getting these regional parties together will work. The number he quoted was 400, which I felt was not only unpractical, and I asked him several times, but he seems confident. He seems that he's the only contender to Yogi Adityanath, and that's the reality, that if anyone is giving a competition to BJP, it's Samajwadi Party. BSP is not in the fray, but Akhilesh Yadav has too much confidence into these leaders who are coming out of the BJP's frame, whether it is not only these 3 ministers, but a dozen MLAs who are coming into his fold. He feels that the OBCs, the backward classes, are not going to vote for the BJP this time around. That is his core strength. He feels that he is going to get not only the MY combination, but also the vote bank of BSP, because BSP is just not in the fray. And that is what, that is the thing which gives Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav that confidence that he can once again become the chief minister. But it's not that easy as said. And hence we asked him that, do you really feel that you can really give BJP the competition? No survey, no opinion poll across the board gives him anything more than 100 to 10 to 120, and he is eyeing more than 350. So it seems a bit impractical, but he says that when BJP can go from 45, 47 to 325, then why can't the SP? So he is putting his complete bet on the regional players, on the smaller players, and he's confident that this new consortium which he's trying to build of these regional players of Uttar Pradesh together can sway him through. You have Sudhanshu Trivedi in your debate. He's going to tell you more about the importance of these regional players and can BJP really counter them.
Yeah.
Niranjan.
Okay, I'll take that first question, Shawan, to Sudhanshu Trivedi, and you can take it from there. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I hope you've been able to at least catch glimpses of that interview. He's taken every question. Aishwarya has asked him every question possible. He seems confident. And he took Aishwarya, very interesting, we'll also play those pictures out. He took Aishwarya on the election bus of Republic Bharat to a few projects that he started, which he claims was stalled deliberately for political reasons. Is that true?
Actually, what happened, if you look the various statements of then Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, he has said in several occasions कि भाई मुख्यमंत्री जी शिलान्यास करवा देते हैं, उद्घाटन कब होगा, काम पूरे होने चाहिए, सैनिक स्कूल के समय का वो वीडियो अवेलेबल है. खैर मैं उस पर नहीं करता. I just want to say one thing as far as your interview is concerned. You have watched one thing. The same Akhilesh Yadav ji has said several months back that they will win 400 seats. Now, the moment election has started, he has come to 350. Wait. When the election will proceed, he will keep on receding and come to around 50. And second thing, I would like to say, the several peoples who are leaving BJP and going to their side, I just want to say, it's very clear and practical. Whosoever sitting on the panel, if he is having any political sense, can understand that 325 में 325 को तो टिकट नहीं मिलने वाले. So those who have waited till the election code of conduct means they are practically no more the minister. They cannot use the facilities of minister. They cannot use their own staff. Even they cannot use their own vehicle. Only they can use their own Bangalore. So when they are deprived of all the facilities of minister by the election commission, since then the sense of deprivation has emerged. So anybody can understand what the reality is. But one thing is very clear, that the works conducted by Yogi government and by the Modi government at the center has gone so well that the people of Uttar Pradesh have decided that they are going to vote decisively in our favor, and we are likely to cross what we have achieved in 2017. We have created history in 2017.
Dr. Trivedi, you've made your opening remarks. Let me also get a word from Robin Matthews from the Samajwadi Party, because what the BJP has also indicated with all the kind of defections that have essentially taken place, Robin Matthews, they are saying that you are basically taking all the BJP rejects. Now, for instance, MLA Bilsi R.K. Sharma has basically switched to the Samajwadi Party because he was being denied a ticket by the BJP. Is it true that you are only working on trying to create some sort of a narrative, and that to just taking those who eventually wouldn't have got a ticket from the Bharatiya Janata Party?
I can't hear it properly. Speak a little loudly, please.
Mr. Matthew, we'll try and fix the audio line with you, but let me just quickly go back to Sudhanshu Trivedi, and meanwhile we can get the audio line fixed. Mr. Trivedi, the fact of the matter is that that entire OBC narrative, 45% of the state population, the narrative just before the election is that, look here, the Yogi Adityanath government did not do much. And that's exactly where the Samajwadi Party is now hitting at you.
The OBC people, or all, for that matter, all the sections of society, and particularly of the Uttar Pradesh, are wise enough to understand what the reality is. I just want to quote, as far as the OBC is concerned, in the Hindi heartland, UP, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, we have made 4 OBC chief ministers and 4 deputy chief ministers, 8, and all from the different communities. And those who are trying to become the champion of the OBC vote, I challenge, forget about the OBC class, forget about the caste. Then the matter of sharing actual power is concerned, they confine to their own family. So they are not at all any OBC party, they are just the family-driven party. It is our government, in Modi's government, for the first time in history, maximum number of OBC ministers. We have given the OBC Ayog a constitutional status. And we are also concerned about those who are deprived and weak section of the SC community also. We are also concerned about the weak and poor section of the common, not general category also. So we are a truly party taking care of each and every one.
Well, Dr. Trivedi, there seems to be some sort of a disconnect. Dr. Trivedi, there appears to be some sort of a disconnect. You know, while on the one hand, you're constantly saying that the government has done enough as far as the OBCs are concerned, as far as the farmers are concerned. But time and again, what is really happening is that every leader that is coming out of the BJP right now is just coming up with a template that, look here, the government has done nothing. Let me just also quickly bring in CP Rai, senior journalist and political analyst. CP Rai साहब, ये बताइए कि कहीं ना कहीं अगर इसका लाभ अगर कोई उठाता है, ये किसको मिलने वाला? क्या आपको लगता है कि आखिर में अगर कोई नेता आके ये कहता है कि देखिए मैं 5 साल तक मंत्री था और अब मैं ये इसलिए इस्तीफा दे रहा हूं क्योंकि 5 साल तक हमारी सरकार ने कुछ नहीं किया, आखिरकार ऐसे बयानों को कौन विश्वास करेगा और ऐसे आयाराम गयाराम को कौन विश्वास करने वाला है?
मैं सारा जवाब दे देता हूं। सुधांशु जी, आज बहुत दिन बाद इनसे मुलाकात हुई है, काफी लंबे अरसे बाद। इनको नमस्कार और इनको बधाई, खुश रहे अपनी बातों पर जो ये बातें कर रहे हैं। लेकिन मैं सबसे पहले जो बंगाल में रेल एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, आप लोगों ने दिखाया, उसके जो लोग शहीद मृतक हो गए हैं, मैं उनको और उनके परिवारों को अपना शोक व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं और चाहता हूं कि वहां की प्रदेश सरकार, रेलवे मंत्रालय मिलकर अधिक से अधिक लोगों को बचाए और जिनकी जो मदद कर सके करे और जिन लोगों को कहीं भेज सकती हो उनके रास्ते पर उनको भेजे। अब आखिर सवाल आता है, ठीक है, जो सरकार में जो लोग होते हैं उनको बहुत सारी गलतफहमियां होती हैं, वो अपने अपने तरीके से खुश होते हैं, अपने अपने तरीके से तर्क देते हैं, लेकिन उत्तर प्रदेश की हालत यह है, इस पर छोड़ दीजिए कौन छोड़ रहा है, छोड़ने वालों की संख्या तो अगले 7 दिन में काफी बढ़ने वाली है। ये तो उसी दिन तय हो गया था सुधांशु जी, जिस दिन उत्तर प्रदेश की विधानसभा में 200 एमएलए बैठ गए थे मुख्यमंत्री के खिलाफ धरने में, और फिर आप लोगों ने अपनी सत्ता की ताकत से उनको दबा दिया था। वो अपने अपने सवाल उठाते रहे, लेकिन आप उनके सवाल सुने नहीं। ये ठीक है, उन लोगों ने वो बहादुरी नहीं दिखाई कि सरकार बीच में छोड़ देते और छोड़ करके विद्रोह कर देते, वो नहीं बहादुरी दिखाई, वो अलग बात है। मैं उनके पक्ष और विपक्ष में बात नहीं करूंगा। अभी जो हालत है यूपी की, ये हालत ये बताती है, वो चाहे कोई नेता हो, XYZ, किसी का भी अहंकार, एरोगेंसी इस देश में कभी भी मंजूर नहीं की गई। वो रावण का हो, वो कंस का हो, वो XYZ, आज तक किसी का हो। योगी आदित्यनाथ की जो एरोगेंसी है और जनता से दूरी है, जो सड़क पर निकला, लोकतंत्र या धरना प्रदर्शन, अपनी मांग रखना बहुत जायज काम है, ये उसका लोकतंत्र का हथियार है। लेकिन वो छात्र निकला, उसका सर फूटा, यूथ निकला अपनी नौकरी मांगने, उसका सर फूटा, महिलाएं निकली, उनका सर फूटा। उत्तर प्रदेश की ऐसी कोई सड़क नहीं है जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार में अपने ही नागरिकों के खून से रंगी हुई नहीं हो। और जो निकला उसके खिलाफ मुकदमे कायम कर दिए। यहां तक कि अगर मजदूर भी निकले इसलिए कि कोरोना था और परेशानी थी, या लोगों के घर में खाना नहीं था, वो खाना ढूंढने निकले, दवाई नहीं थी, वो दवाई लेने निकले, उन पर भी आपने मुकदमे कायम कर दिए। ये अलग बात है कि अब मजबूरी में चुनाव पास आने पर आपने मुकदमे वापस ले लिए। इस वक्त यूपी का जो चुनाव,
आपने अपनी बात रखी। Can I also get in Karan Verma? Dr. Trivedi, I'll come to you. I'll also give you a chance to rebut to all the allegations that have been leveled against the BJP. I'll give you an opportunity, Dr. Trivedi. Let me also bring in the other guests. CP Rai sir.
I don't like.
Okay, give him 30 seconds. Give him 30 seconds, Shravan. Okay, sir, go ahead. Complete your point. Complete your point and we'll get it.
CP Rai sir.
Okay.
So, Shravan,
I always speak to the point and very less. Yeah.
So, the gentleman just before me, he was pointing out. Can I speak? Can I speak now? Yeah. So, the gentleman just pointed out.
Yeah, go ahead, Karan.
These are the shortcomings in Yogi's government model in the last 5 years. The fact of the matter is that from काम बोलता है to कौन हमारे पास आ गया, कौन हमारे से जुड़ गया, it has been a very steep fall for Akhilesh Yadav. He has not been able to set the narrative of this election. And this is the most crucial part. BJP, had they been arrogant, they would have not been the first movers. Today, BJP has succeeded in setting up the agenda of this election, which rests on 4 big pillars. One is the cultural nationalism. Second is the law and order. Third is the twin leadership of Yogi ji and Narendra Modi. And fourth is the major infrastructure projects. Today, Shravan and Nilanjan, you can check this out. The maximum number of expressways. If we add Bundelkhand Expressway, which was very close to inauguration, if not for the Model Code of Conduct, 647 kilometers of expressways constructed. That is far more than BSP and SAPA combined in the last 15 years. 5 international airports, 60 medical colleges up from 12 in the last 5 years. So let's not kid ourselves when we say nothing much has happened. Even in law and order, NCRB data suggests that the crime against women has come down. Yes, there is a lot more that needs to be done. But no one can say that the Yogi government has not succeeded in setting up the agenda or is arrogant. As per the CMIE, the Center of Monitoring of the Economy, the annual...
But Karan, Akhilesh Yadav, one thing if he kept repeating in that interview when asked specific questions about law and order, specific questions about riots, specific questions about anything related to the Yogi government, he kept talking about the NCRB data. Now, I want to ask... let me ask Robin Matthews. Robin Matthews, can you hear me?
I want to say something.
No, wait, let me ask him. We'll keep it structured. No, we'll keep it structured. I want to bring in other panelists. They haven't spoken. Robin, I'm hoping you can hear me now. Can you hear me since you're from the Samajwadi Party?
Yeah. Clearly, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, you spoke about NCRB data. Now, you spoke about data and facts, but you can't, when asked about Muslim appeasement, he said there is no Muslim appeasement. Fact or fiction? Now, you can ask the BJP, and you have every right to ask the BJP whether they are doing Hindu appeasement. There are comments that have been made. It is a fact that they are also trying to appease. It is also a fact that the Samajwadi Party is also trying to appease. You can't deny that. Will you deny that there is appeasement going on both sides? Can you deny that Samajwadi Party has done appeasement?
See, people of Uttar Pradesh is very keen and they made their mind. They are very much confident on Samajwadi Party's day-to-day activities and the caliber and the leadership of Akhilesh ji, and that's been witnessed in 2012 to 17. So the credibility of BJP has gone like anything, and the problem is for the last 1 week there are 3 ministers are gone down. That not because of they are not caliber people.
That is the
they
problem.
Have no
they
voice in the
Karan, let him speak. Karan, let him speak, and I'll give you a turn.
Anything in their Mantri Mandal and their ministry, they cannot speak anything and they cannot do anything. So there is no point sitting in there in the party. The problem is the weaker section and Dalit and ordinary people. They lost confidence entirely in BJP, not only in UP, the whole India. This scenario, it is not going to come across the country.
No, but you're talking about while you talk about all these MLAs and ministers quitting, is it a fact or not? Ratnakar Tripathi, that even your MLAs are quitting, your MLAs are joining. It's not, you can't say that it's only BJP that is losing legislators or ministers, right? Everyone's, it's free for all season. It's free for all season. Congress leaders have quit. Yesterday, a top Congress leader has quit. There are leaders from other parties, smaller parties also jumping ship and joining the BJP. So, while you are trying to hype it and say that, every day, and it's almost to a plan. I'll get Sudhanshu Trivedi and Ratnakar Tripathi, and I'll bring you back. Sudhanshu Trivedi, one thing you have to give it to them, that the way this entire resignation thing has been orchestrated, right? You have a minister quitting, immediately there's a tweet, immediately there's a letter, immediately there's a picture with Akhilesh Yadav, right? It's going to a plan, and when Sharad Pawar 2 days back says there are 12 or 13 more to come, you have to admit that they've sort of pulled the rug from under your feet.
They are saying that they are expecting 12 and 15, or more to come. I can say with full confidence on your channel that more than 12, several times more than 12 are going to deny the tickets. So it's very obvious, it's nothing significant about it. And those who have left, I would just like to ask. Swami Prasad Maurya ji gaye hain na? हमारे केशव मौर्य जी डिप्टी सीएम और वो 2017 में प्रदेश अध्यक्ष थे और टिकट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में उनका की रोल था. उनकी फोटो योगी जी के साथ बगल में लगती थी. आई चैलेंज अखिलेश यादव जी के जमान बगल में केवल अकेले लगेगी स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य की फोटो, बनेंगे डिप्टी सीएम. आज दारा सिंह चौहान जी गए, वैसे तो नाम नहीं लेना चाहिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पोस्ट पे बैठे लोगों को. फागू चौहान जी उन्हीं की बिरादरी के हैं. ही इज गवर्नर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम एनीवेयर एनी टाइम. कभी बनाया गया? इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूं हमने सबको समान रूप से, हर कम्युनिटी को, हर वर्ग को, हर समुदाय को सम्मान और स्थान देने का काम किया है. मगर इन लोगों ने, अभी एक बात राय साहब ने बड़ी अच्छी बोली थी कि अहंकार तो किसी का नहीं बचता है. बिल्कुल सही बात है, अहंकार किसी का नहीं बचता है. मायावती जी ने कहा था मैं देवी हूं, मुझ पे चढ़ावा चढ़ाओ, जनता ने दिखा दिया. मुलायम सिंह जी ने कहा था मैंने 16 हिंदू मरवा दिए, अयोध्या में गोली चलवा दी। मरवा दिए शब्द था, इससे ज्यादा क्या कर सकता था? 40 मर जाते तो गम नहीं था, भगवान ने दिखा दिया। स्वर्गीय राजीव गांधी जी ने कहा था बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो धरती हिलती है, भगवान ने दिखा दिया। इसलिए बिल्कुल ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि अहंकार इस देश में किसी का नहीं चला है। और अंत में एक फैक्चुअल बात कह दूं, जब हमारी गवर्नमेंट आई तो हमारी यूपी की जीडीपी थी 10 पॉइंट समथिंग,
but I have to admit,
आज वो 21 है।
Sudhanshu Trivedi, I have to admit, he made one comment. He said if there are riots benefits BJP. I want the Trinamool Congress to respond to that. He said if there are riots have benefited BJP. Okay, you face off with Trinamool Congress. Let Riju Datta come in and you can respond to that. Okay? Yeah, Riju.
Can I complete my sentence?
Okay, you complete and then Riju. Okay, you complete your sentence and then Riju comes in.
You have raised a very, very interesting question on riots. There are so many allegations on Hindu-Muslim riots on BJP. I would just like to remind, I am from Lucknow. In my childhood, I have never heard about Hindu-Muslim riots. I have heard about the Shia-Sunni riots. शियाओं का मदे साहबा का जुलूस निकालना बंद हो गया 1979 ऑनवर्ड। सिर्फ सुन्नियों का जुलूस मुहर्रम में निकलता था। आफ्टर आवर गवर्नमेंट केम एंड कल्याण सिंह जी बिकम चीफ मिनिस्टर, मदे साहबा का जुलूस निकलने लगा और दोनों कम्युनिटीज के जुलूस निकलते थे मुहर्रम में और शांति से रहते थे, दंगे होने बंद हो गए। ये शिया सुन्नी का दंगा भी हम ही करवा रहे थे क्या? और वो भी ब्रिटिश टाइम से करा रहे थे क्या? दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल, विच एवर कम्युनिटी इज देयर, even within the Muslims, the peace and harmony can only be under our rule because we work with honesty, not considering any community as just a vote bank.
Okay. Riju?
Okay, can I come in now?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I waited, so give me the courtesy of time, please. First of all, I want to express my deepest condolences to the families who have lost their lives in this Bikaner-Guwahati train accident. It's a tragic day, and our Bangla Juba Shakti members from North Bengal are working day and night to provide any sort of relief to the survivors and in the relief operations. And our Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is also very closely monitoring the situation, and I'm sure that the injured will go through a speedy recovery. Now, coming to the debate and coming to the question. जब बंगाल में Trinamool MLAs were jumping ship and going to BJP, everybody and the BJP shouted this Chanakyagiri and its master stroke. When that is happening in UP, you are calling it gaddars and traitors and rejects. What a hypocrisy. See, the bottom line is, 7 साल आपने जो बोया ना, मतलब 7 साल जो बोया वही उगाएगा. You have sown the seed of 80-20. You have sown the seed of Hindu-Muslim divide. You have sown the seed of farmers anti-nationals. Anybody who challenges the government as anti-nationals, now it is coming to bite you back. You people have understood BJP is anti-minority, BJP is anti-people, BJP is anti-Muslim, BJP is anti-Dalit, BJP is anti-women. Somebody was talking about UP being a safe haven for women. Are you kidding me on national TV? From Unnao to Bulandshahr to every place. What are you talking about? This the country has witnessed. These are the local issues are going to be factors in these elections. It is going to be based on development, on unemployment, on inflation, neither on jumlas or deceits that the BJP has peddled for the last 7 years. So all in all the 5 states that are going into polls, mark my words, at least 4 of them BJP is losing, and the biggest wake-up call for BJP going into 2024 will be Uttar Pradesh, because the Dalits, the minorities, the women votes, everything has consolidated not to a party but anti-BJP, because they have understood BJP is anti-people, anti-women, anti-constitutional and anti-minorities in this country, and this is just the beginning of the end for BJP, that is UP 2022.
Can I respond?
Let's also get in Professor Geeta Bhatt.
A quick point on that.
Professor Geeta Bhatt and
2013 Muzaffarnagar riots.
Karan, I'll come to you, but Professor Geeta Bhatt hasn't spoken as yet. Professor Geeta Bhatt, what has essentially happened is that over the last few days, the kind of defections that have essentially taken place, it's built on a narrative that look here, they're gaining momentum. The Samajwadi Party has got the narrative right. But at the same time, there have been defections as far as the other parties are concerned also. So do you essentially believe that there is some sort of a hype that is around this entire defection? As Riju was saying that this is nothing but once again BJP's hypocrisy.
Well, you see, this party hopping is something which happens every election season. You know, whether it is in Goa or in any other state, you see, we are witnessing this. And as far as Uttar Pradesh goes, those who have resigned, you know, they have also been,
But Geeta,
you know, moving
Professor
from one party to
Geeta, we
another.
are talking about ministers. We are talking about
Yes,
ministers.
of course. Yes, of
But
course.
Professor Geeta, it is not just MLAs who are. It is not just the MLAs. You have cabinet ministers, sitting cabinet ministers resigning one after the other. So will it not be? Then let me then ask you this question: doesn't it show the kind of overconfidence? There's some sort of an overconfidence that the BJP has, that no matter who goes from our side, we've had people coming in on the debate saying that, look here, we know a lot within the closet, a lot is going to come out about them. So, you know, veiled threats have also been issued. Is there some sort of an overconfidence within the BJP camp?
Well, you see, Swami Prasad Maurya ji, just 6 or 7 days back, he was, praising all the social welfare schemes which have been implemented by the Uttar Pradesh government at the ground level. And incidentally, his daughter is already a member of parliament and still is a member of parliament from BJP. So you see, this suddenly, just when the code of conduct has been implemented, these
been working for the downtrodden for the last 5 years is something which in today's age, when there is a technological access to the poorest of the poor in the country, they are going to believe in what they are saying is something which is difficult to digest. However, I would like to also comment especially in terms of law and order, the robust law and order situation which in the last 4 years has been built by the government. And especially in terms for women of Uttar Pradesh, if you ask any working woman, a middle class college going woman of the state, the tremendous change, the confidence now that they have in the law and order situation is something that is very, very commendable. Earlier, we very well know what was the situation. Women could not move out of the house, what to say in the evenings, but even during the daytime, this was the law and order situation in the state at that time. And also in terms of if you ask people, the local people, especially in Western UP, because that is what is being politicized time and again because of the social welfare scheme, they have reached, whether it is in terms of the Kisan Nidhi Samman or whether it is in terms of the food grain distribution during the COVID time, that is something which, and it is across caste, creed, color or community or faith. Each and every
let me get a quick word from Riju. Riju wants to respond. Riju, let me get a quick word from Riju, and then I'll also go to Ratnakar Tripathi.
I just want to, I will only respond to Sudhanshu ji. Yes. Sudhanshu ji mentioned to me, and I have all the respect in the world for Sudhanshu ji, that these ministers are leaving because the model code of conduct has been implemented. You know why, sir? Why? Because as soon as the minister resigned, the second day itself, he got an arrest warrant from a 7-year-old case. This is the politics you do. When people say that, there is law and order, all you have brought in was the Thokdo culture in Uttar Pradesh. Anybody does anything, the police goes and shoots them and kills them in an encounter. Is that robust law and order? That is not, sir. Any minister will start taking your name, you will put agencies. All the oppositions, were they not harassed from Bengal to UP by all your agencies? This is the culture you follow. But now, people are rejecting you. People are revolting and standing cabinet ministers are resigning because of this. And that is why I quoted this example that one day after the minister resigned, he was being given an arrest.
This question was asked. In fact, this question was asked to Akhilesh Yadav, and Akhilesh Yadav very, very calmly essentially said that the raids that were basically carried out, Sudhanshu Trivedi, was on a man who was close to the BJP. And he says that there's nothing to be rattled because unke khud ke aadmi ke upar chhapa mara gaya tha. So how do you respond to that? Riju is also saying the moment anyone leaves the BJP, you seem to come back with some sort of a vengeance.
The order which has come against Swami Prasad Maurya ji is from the Sessions Court, not by the UP government. And the UG, आप भूल गए, आपकी पार्टी तो वो है जहाँ हाई कोर्ट के जज ने ये कहने से मना कर दिया था, I will not hear this case because several of my relatives live in West Bengal, and they can have problem. अब इसलिए everybody knows what has happened as far as the law and order and the brutal killing of political opponents are concerned in West Bengal. Now, आपने ये कहा कि वेस्ट बंगाल में हम बड़ी छलांग मार रहे थे. जनाब, ये वेस्ट बंगाल वो था जो आज से केवल 10 साल पहले 2011 में चाइना के बाद अगर सबसे बड़ी पॉपुलेशन लेफ्ट रूल के अंडर में थी तो वेस्ट बंगाल थी, एंड दे हैव बीन वाइप्ड आउट. लाल खत्म हो गया. हमारा परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट 38 है. और आपके इलेक्शन स्टेट जिस प्रशांत किशोर का स्टेटमेंट था कि 30% से तो तृणमूल शुरू करेगी. So we are
What is it? What is it? Get done with it. What is it? I have to go to other panelists. Get done with it. Yeah, out with it. Out with it. What do you want to tell him?
आपने खुद ये बोला था कि आप 30% से शुरू करेंगे.
Yes,
तो हमारा 7
you know, I just want to tell him that, you know, when he is saying, when he is talking about law and orders and everything, I gave you the example that a notice was served, and he is saying that we reject criminals and everything. So I want to ask one question. सुधांशु जी, एक सवाल का जवाब दे दे. सर, एक सवाल पूछे. सर, एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ आपसे. अरे हो गया, हिंदू पाकिस्तान, इंडिया पाकिस्तान, हिंदू मुसलमान हो गया. एक सवाल. निरंजन जी, one question, one last question.
It's not fair, रिजू जी. आपने दो
सुधांशु जी, बस अब एक सवाल पूछ लूं मैं जल्दी.
नहीं, सवाल बाद में पूछिए. पहले मुझे आपके द्वारा बोले गए क्वेश्चंस का आंसर देने दीजिए.
निरंजन जी, once he finishes, I'll ask one question. That's all.
Okay, then you can ask. Now I'm coming to 2080 issue. ये बताइए, minorities में Parsis are not minority.
Okay.
That Sikhs are not minority, 1.8%. The Jain and Buddhists are not minority, 1%. And the humongous majority among the minority is the minority. ये 20% वो है जो रियल माइनॉरिटी है, 80% वो है जो सेकंड बिगेस्ट मेजॉरिटी है. तो ये 80-20 का रेशियो ये भी समझ लीजिए. And all parties are going towards the humongous majority among the so-called minorities, and they have no heart for 1%, 0.1%, 0.07%, 2%, 1.8% to minority. Now, आप बताइए.
Sir, one question. One question, Sudhanshu ji. एक सवाल. Yes, I will ask you just two small questions. First question. आपके जितने स्पोक्सपर्सन हैं बीजेपी के, अपार्ट फ्रॉम गुरु प्रकाश पासवान, एवरीबडी इज इधर त्रिवेदी और ठाकुर और पात्रास. So either in spokesperson also you
have you actually done a caste census of BJP spokespersons? One second. You've done a caste census of the BJP spokespersons.
One second. Can I come in?
Caste census of BJP spokespersons. Riju.
Please don't cut me. If in oh my God, can I finish my question, please?
You forgot to mention Shahzad Ilmi in that. Have you forgotten Shahzad Ilmi? Hold on.
A minister for resigning.
You forgot to mention Shahzad Ilmi. Come on. You forgot to mention Shahzad Ilmi. How did you not mention Shahzad Ilmi? Come on, this is really not done. What are you doing? You forgot to Tom Vadakan.
Very serious question. Very serious question, Niranjan.
Tom Vadakan. Come on, what are you saying, Riju? You've done a caste census of the spokespersons, yaar.
One second. One last question. You are minister. Yes, they are anti-Dalits and anti-OBCs. One second question. If you issue an arrest warrant to a resigning minister after 7 years, why didn't you issue arrest warrants for 30 criminal cases?
Okay, you know what? We'll have a national debate, but Riju, we'll have a national debate. The Congress spokesman hasn't spoken.
Answer me that question.
Please, I know even that Trinamool Congress thinks Congress is not much of a player in Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh Yadav also thinks they're not much of a player. But let me get in Ratnakar Tripathi. Ratnakar Tripathi, we're a very democratic channel. Okay? Very democratic channel. We'll give everybody equal opportunity, and your uninterrupted 60 seconds starts now. While Sudhanshu Trivedi was talking about the reason why all these leaders, hear me out. While Sudhanshu Trivedi was talking about why all these leaders were quitting, they say that these people wanted tickets for their sons and daughters and wives, etc. One interesting mention that came in this morning was you've given a ticket to a former UPA minister as well. Don't you have a similar policy that family members won't be given tickets, and why not? Is my question. You can take that question and Geeta Bhatt will respond to you. Uninterrupted 1 minute to Mr. Ratnakar Tripathi.
No. Make it 90 seconds.
Go ahead, sir.
First of all, I am not in the ticket distribution committee, so I can't answer your question. I pay my condolence for all those who have left us, and I pray Baba Vishnath for the speedy recovery of those who are injured. What a panic! What a panic! A person like Sudhanshu Trivedi included Fagu Chauhan, constitutional person, in हमने उनका अपॉइंटमेंट कर दिया, वो पिछड़े हैं. Claps. Now let me tell you about the अहंकार. इन्हीं के एक राज्यपाल की बात बता रहा हूं, सत्यपाल मलिक. नरेंद्र मोदी जी से जब मिलने गया तो वो बहुत अहंकार में थे. मैंने उनसे कहा कि हमारे 500 लोग मर गए. उन्होंने कहा क्या मेरे लिए मरे हैं? You appointed that Rajpal too, Sudhanshu Trivedi ji. And one more thing, you counted all who paid for their ahankar, Congress, Sapa and Baspa. Now this is your chance. Now this is your chance, sir. And you are claiming that you will win. Let me quote one thing from Mahabharata, the last stage. Hate drone gate bhishme, karne bhumo vinipatute, asha balvati rajan, shallo jayashri pandava. All your proclaimed warriors are leaving you. They are not with you. And you are talking about the OBCs and like that. Let me tell you, like Riju Datta, I am also going to tell you about the census of yours. There are 2 deputy chief minister and 1 chief minister. And you have only Keshav Prasad Maurya, the 33% representation of OBC. And all other OBCs are leaving you, claiming that you don't care about the OBCs. And you said that every government thing you said, they will not use that, they can't use that. No, what they can use is their clout among their people, their following, their emotional appeal. And
okay, I've given you uninterrupted 2 minutes. Only because I've run out of time, I need to bring in, Robin has spoken only once. Okay. Mr. Rai has spoken only once. Okay, let me bring in Robin. Robin, are you also overconfident? Because, reports indicating that the BJP MLAs, like, these people like Bilsi R.K. Sharma switching sides to Samajwadi Party are the same ones who were denied tickets. You know that they've just been, rejected basically. They didn't get what they want. What you would typically call opportunists, right? Yesterday, Samajwadi Party also lost a former MLA. It's not like Samajwadi Party leaders aren't really deserting you. Are you being a little overconfident? You're calling the BJP overconfident, but on the ground, data showing that the BJP could be still having over 40% of support. Now, how are you making these conversions and assumptions that you will, numbers like 400, etc. are far-fetched, but even getting to 200 or 250 could be difficult for your party?
See, the thing is now the representing the people, they are taken their mind. Actually, the situation in UP, if the BJP ministers want to quit, means they have realized the people are changed their mind. The people, they faced a lot of struggles during the pandemic situation. This government could not achieve anything. And for the safety and security of women and children and all these things. And youth in the state, they are starving and they don't have a proper job. And they cannot see anything from the BJP government. They can achieve anything. So the thing is now people they take their mind and it is very strongly given a notice to the BJP.
That is so untrue.
This is not the small thing which is the ruling party.
They don't have their mind on the pulse of the people.
Listen, this is the ruling party and the party which heading by the Prime Minister Modi ji, and it is a disaster like the people and the mandate who have the credibility with the stronghold of UP, and it is going to resign means this is something very, it is not funny. It is very disaster. Is the base of BJP has been relaxed. It's been, the foundation has been shaking now.
Okay, Karan, last response, Karan.
Yeah. The Samajwadi Party spokesperson cannot be more untrue than what he just said. From the last 8 months, in fact, right from the onset of the pandemic, free distribution of food grains has happened and it has been a huge success. You visit every district, every village in UP. It has been a resounding success. And when the pandemic happened, Akhilesh Yadav and his entire team was absolutely missing. Whenever anything of significance or any disturbing episode has happened, be it Hathras or whatever, Akhilesh Yadav has been missing. So if any party lacks credibility in this election, it is the Samajwadi Party. Neither do they have an agenda, nor do they have a credibility when they accept ministers who've had their share of power for 5 years and are now welcomed into Samajwadi Party. They completely lack credibility and they completely
I'll give the last one to Mr. CP Rai. CP Rai, 10 seconds. CP Rai, if you can, in 30 seconds, sir, Mr. Rai. I'll give you 30 seconds. I want to end with Mr. CP Rai. He's barely spoken. Yeah.
Please don't interrupt. Only 30 seconds I will take. I will talk 5 things. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी हमारे दोस्त हैं, बहुत जोर से चीखते हैं, थोड़ा शांत रहे, तबीयत खराब हो जाती है। ये इलेक्शन भारतीय जनता पार्टी वर्सेस यूपी की जनता है। एक बात इन्होंने कहा एक्सप्रेसवे का, 40% एक्सप्रेसवे का काम अखिलेश यादव की सरकार में हो गया था। बंगाल में अभी मेडिकल का एक उद्घाटन किया मोदी जी ने और ममता बनर्जी ने कहा उसका उद्घाटन वो पहले कर चुकी हैं। यूपी में जितने मेडिकल कॉलेज का उद्घाटन किया उनमें कईयों की अभी दीवार तक नहीं खड़ी हुई है। और अगर आप कह रहे हैं कि आप फ्री डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर रहे हैं, कि आपके 7 साल की सरकार की नाकामी है कि इतने तुम्हारे लोग गरीबी की रेखा के नीचे आ गए या रोजगार चला गया कि आपको लोगों को 5-5 किलो राशन फ्री में बांटना पड़ रहा है। और एक ये कहा सुधांशु जी ने कि आखिर दंगे नहीं हो रहे। जब दंगा करने वाले सरकार में आ जाएंगे, चोर को रखवाली दे देंगे, तो फिर दंगा होगा कहां से? इसलिए मित्र परेशान मत होइए, बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं कि आप 100 से कम सीट पर इस बार आ जाएं। जैसे मैंने बंगाल।
Now, Mr. Rai and Trivedi, I know you want to respond to Sudhanshu, but we've run out of time. Have to take a break. But one leader, Mr. Trivedi, has said that till 20th, every day one minister will resign, which means we are on the 13th, and we have 7 more days to go. Will 7 more ministers resign? We don't know, but that's what they're claiming. It's getting very interesting. We'll meet again. We have 7 more days according to the Samajwadi Party. Let's see where it goes. Thank you for joining us. And debate number 2, we're coming back with the big breaking story. Shravan with that big exclusive of Dawood Ibrahim's nephew fleeing to Pakistan. He's getting Pakistan's shield. Coming up next.